What is going on? It's your boy 2Smart Chase here from Brooklyn, Flatbush, but stay in Queens. I'm here with sounds of the future, ready to answer some questions.
Is that 508?
Yeah. Nah, I'm back in this shit. I'm just back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. I'm just back in this shit. Whoa. Nah, I'm back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. Yeah.
I'm from Brooklyn, Flatbush, but I stay in Queens. I'm an artist. I do content. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a security guard, whatever. I do it all. But I'm 19. I come from a household of 8, single mom. When I started music, I started music back when I was 13, 14. I was just trying things and seeing what fits me and what goes with me. And then from there, when I graduated high school, 11th grade, I took it more serious and then actually put my helmet on and got in the game. And I was just like, man, I feel like music is always gonna be my passion. So I actually took it and ran with it. And ever since then, I've just been doing music ever since then. When it comes to content creating and all that, I like to do collabs. Anything that has to do with Christian, God comes first before anything. Funny skits, whatever it is, vlogs, traveling, whatever, I do it all. Growing up in a household of 8, I had every single brother, every single sibling in the household. Those of you that know, you either share a room or you have your own room. You was lucky to have your own room, but I always wanted to share a room. So growing up with my older brother, he a year older than me, it was kind of like to help me grow. It helped me grow, understand, to know how to be uncomfortable, to then be comfortable. Know that as you get older, you're gonna eventually have your own space. So when I started evolving and having my siblings around, it just helped me grow more because it helps you be family active. You get to talk to your siblings every day. Not a lot of people have their brothers or siblings at all, period. So growing up with them, it was kind of rough, you know. Things wasn't as perfect. We had our ups and downs and things like that. But we got through it every step of the way. I do make music, so they do push me to keep going, to not let up on it. But having 4 boys, 4 girls, and my sister tatted on my neck that did pass away, which will make 9, but she is gone, so 8. It was just more so of like, I didn't feel too bombarded. Like I was always pushed to do what I'm great at, full potential, which was music, whatever I wanted to do. My mom, I could always say my pops did support me at sometimes, or always supported me, but it was never physically upfront. So it was more so like, all right, cool. He pushing me to my full potential, but becoming a man, you have to learn how to do it on your own. So I just always just stuck with it and always kept going with it, and just always I never let up on it. And ever since then, I just been going hard. I don't slow down because that's like close to quitting. So ever since then, it's been all gas, no brakes. I feel like when it comes to me making music, I make my music to be relatable, and I have a message to the youth. And not only to the youth, I have a message to the older people older than me, people that's overseas that could hear me out. I have a story to tell. Everybody got a story to tell. Everybody want to be heard, but how are you going to be heard if you never open your mouth and actually speak some words? So when it got deep into me making music, I was like, I don't want to be an artist. I don't want this for the fame. I don't want the money, none of that. I just want to be heard. So when I actually did start making music and knowing what my craft is and what I do with music, it came to about like, I say about like 2020, 2021, I started like digging deep into my craft. I started journaling more. I started I started digging deep into a side that I never been on. And then I started writing out my feelings, and then my feelings became a musical. Like I seen what I was writing could be musical, so it was like more so storytelling. So I feel like I come off gritty, like I give like a pain talk vibe, hip hop, rap. I could do it all, but what I mainly aim for is either relatable stories or something that someone could say like, I felt where you came from. I heard I felt where you was going with it. So I feel like I do more pain talk and relatable stories, hip hop, rap. To take off where you left with that, I feel like when it came to me putting God first, I had to go through trials and tribulations. I had to go through ups and downs and obstacles in order to have a testimony. So I feel like even today, like just being here today and living another day, I thank God because I done been through so much tragic traumas, accidents. I done been in places, wrong place, wrong time. And then I get to still see another day. Is why today of this year, I made a song called Thank God because I ended up even in a car accident. And then that even showed me that God is real. And even things way before that even showed me. I have plenty of more testimonies before that. But when I knew to put God first and I started praying, I didn't know who I was praying to at first. All I knew was I just knew it was a person. He was God, and I knew that he was good, and I knew that he was great. I knew that he would turn any shape or form situation around. So I was like, you know what? Let me give it to God. And I just prayed and prayed. Even if I had to pray 1,000 times a day, 1,000 times a week, 1,000 times a year, I always just gave it to God, and he never proved me wrong. He was never late, or he was never too early. He was always on time. So I give it to God. God was my main up front, behind me, and anything that I did, he came center. Not to be too hard on yourself, and not only not to be too hard on yourself, they talk about selling your soul and doing all the crazy things, but I feel like it comes down to a point of when you know you achieved a higher level than what you ever imagined, that's how you know God is great. So when I achieved what I thought I couldn't achieve and I achieved higher than that, I knew God was there. So when I took that step and leap of faith, I was like, okay, if I could get past this, what can I get past further? So I feel like when I changed in this scenario, I feel like when things slow down, you got to keep going. So what I did was, in my POV, I just didn't care what other people think. I didn't let nobody tell me that I couldn't do it, or the ones that hated and told me I could do it, but they was really throwing a rock and hiding their hand. I was really like, nah, let me put that shoulder pads on and put that helmet on again in the game. And I was like, nah, I can't let up. So I just feel like the drive, what I learned from it is just, you gotta put yourself first. Don't let nobody tell you you can't, you could do with this. Go with what your heart tell you. Okay, so with that, I wouldn't say I would like, and when it's signed with a label, but it definitely has to come with pros and cons, and it definitely has to come with law coming involved in it. So everything is done the right way and not the wrong way, because not everything is perfect. Some things might be a slip up, so I want to make sure it's done, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm not against a label, and I'm not against independent artists. I play in the middle, but if I was choosing for myself, I'll stay independent until that time comes. We never know when that time will come. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to, that's what matters most. So I feel like I'll say being independent only because I'm not against selling your soul. And I don't say there's nothing wrong with it. And some people are scared to do it only because of what they hear, what they see, what they maybe thought was what it was, but it wasn't. So I feel like you just gotta know. You have to do it in order to know a solution. You will never know the answer to it if you don't do it. So I'm not against people that say that a lot of people sell their soul and things like that, but you gotta think about it, how hard that person worked for that spot. You got labels that wanna put money behind you to push you where you need to go, because you don't have the finances. So I don't look at it as a bad thing. That helps you. Now you gotta make your money worth and make sure that the money that you're making, you pay the label back, but make sure you're making enough money for your pockets that you know you can say, all right, I can sit on this because I know I did this for me. Yeah, I know they work and they put the money up for me, but I know I gotta work with my own money and my own thing. So I feel like independent is the way until it's time. I'm not against if a label snatch you up first song, that's up to you, but I'm not against it. I just say I'll go independent. I'll say I want to be remembered as chosen. I was chosen for a reason. And the reason I say chosen is because I want to be remembered as chosen, because anybody can be chosen, but when you the chosen one out the group of who you've been around, and God chose you to put on a movie, that's what I call it. To put on a movie, not no show, not no little 30-second. When he tells you to put on a movie, he got you face up front, chin up, shoulders up, ready to go for it. That's different, because not a lot of people is there and level-minded and with themselves these days. So when I say after the life of that I live on this earth, I want to be known as chosen. Like, he did it, he was chosen, and he got it done, and he didn't let up. He didn't let nobody tell him he couldn't do it, that nothing wasn't impossible, possible. He went with what he went for. He went with what God had for him, because God chose him. Actually, that's a good question. I'm not even gonna say just music. You build bonds and relationships, and when they're unbreakable, it's kind of different. So I feel like coming into the music industry and meeting people that's doing the same thing that you doing, but they feel like it's a competition, and then you level and bring their mind to snoop down to where you at, and then get them on the same page as you, it hit different, because they're gonna be like, wow, I feel like it was a competition, but whole time it never was. We just striving and reaching for the same thing. So I feel like when it comes to making music and me being in the industry and making music, I don't do it because I see somebody else doing. I do it because somebody inspires me, somebody helps me push and keep doing what I'm doing. But I don't feel like nobody is better. I don't feel like I'm better than nobody, and I don't feel like nobody's better than me. Because we all live on the same planet, we all do the same thing, that we all striving for the same thing. Maybe you striving for music, and the other person could be striving to be a cameraman. Somebody could be striving to be the backup dancer, and the other person could be the producer. Like, so I don't feel like nobody's better than nobody. So I feel like in the music industry, my calling is basically like, just change the youth, make America great again. You make America great again. No, don't worry about what that person is doing to make America great. He's doing his purpose. I feel like my calling is make America great again. No matter what it is, if it's giving back, helping one another, connecting people, however it is, however God wants me to do it, that's how I'm gonna do it. Project coming up. I got a couple of music videos. I got a song called I Feel Like I'm Dying. And there's a song that I just dropped September 1st called Follow Me. I got 2 video shoots coming up for those. Those is in the vault. Then I'm unvaulting that I'm gonna release to y'all, that I'm actually gonna get done. But project coming up, I got In God We Trust project EP coming up. And then I got a Chosen One album coming out. So those is in the work. That's just the behind the scenes of what y'all could get. Other than that, that's what's upcoming right now. And I'm very happy and proud to say that I can't wait for the day to come to see the ending results and see how it turns out. Stay true to yourself. Keep God first. Your homeboy that say to your homeboy, your homegirl that say to your homegirl, let them show it to you. Let actions speak louder than words. Don't let them just say it. Let them prove it to you. And not only that, work with the people that's in your circle. And sometimes the people that don't work with you in your circle, work outside your circle. You have to be uncomfortable to be comfortable. And with that being said, never give up on your dream. Never give up at all, because tomorrow could be the day you win. And listen, God first. I love you, but God love you more.
Back in the field, back like I never left, ready to spill. Only got one shot, I go for the kill. Could've went platinum with thoughts if a drill, but I found a better way without a deal.